Okay, try number... Hey, let's hope it doesn't cut out on me this time. Okay, here is the long overdue video on how I make my benchwork sections. So shout out to JGL Gravy. Sorry it's been a very, very long time since I promised I'd do this. I'm finally doing it, so hope this helps, not just you, but anybody else watching. So, my layout split into 4-foot long sections. The width varies. On the right side of the room they're 16 inches wide. Left side they're 12 inches. Got 2 on the back wall, they're 6. That being said, they're all standard sections. Okay? So, 4 basic pieces you need for a section. You need a long 6-foot 72-inch piece right here. One section will need 2 of these. I've got enough pieces here for 2 sections, so section has 2 of these. Then this is a 40-inch piece. You will need 4, let's see, 4 for a section. This is a 48-inch piece. Obviously 2 because this is a 4-foot section. And then the little piece right here is 10.5. Let's zoom in on it here, people. Okay. 10 inches. Now, note real quick, right here, the top, it's supposed to be 1 inch. It's actually 3/4. The 4-inch section is 3 3/4, and that extra cord just gets shaved off during the milling process at the lumber plant, so that's something to always remember when you're cutting wood. Now, since this is going to go at a right angle to, oops, wrong way, our 40-inch section, basically like that. Okay, here, let's look at this. Going to go in between them like that. The width this way, you want to take length off for the long piece. And 3/4 plus 3/4 is 1.5 inches. 1.5 from 12 inches is 10.5 inches. So, these are 10.5. And same thing if it was a 16-inch wide section, 1.5 inches, you'd have 14.5 inches. So, that's what those pieces are. Now, the 2 front legs are made up of 2 of the 40-inch sections right here. The back legs are made up of 1 40-inch and a 62-inch section. So, I've got everything cut. I made a video showing you how I cut, and for some reason it did not save the file. I don't know why, but let's get to this. So let me reposition the camcorder, get this out of the way, get these out of the way, and we'll be back for our second subsection, and I'll show you how to do a short leg and a long leg. So, be back in a minute. Okay, our second subsection, and my apologies if these are rather short. The camcorder, unlike my tablet, does not have a timer on it, so I don't know how close I am to the 15-minute limit for videos. Oh, and this, I'm listening to music in my headphones off of my phone. But I can still hear myself talk, so don't have to worry about that. Okay, this is a short leg. Now, something I want to note here. The end here, it's smooth. I know it's got the stamp where it's cut at the factory. I prefer to have these ends on the bottom just because the other end is a little frayed from cutting it with the saw, which gives a slight increase in the chance of it splitting if you drill a hole and put a leveling foot in it. I mean, that's not a major thing, it's a minor thing, but it's, you know, better safe than sorry, I guess. Nails for this are just got an Ace, Watkins, which is now Ace in our town. They are 1.5 inch finish/trim nails. So, and get bulk packages like this as a pound. So what we're going to do is we're going to come here, set it on like so. We're going to take a pair of good old Irwin quick clamps, which I like these a lot actually. They're pretty good. Oh, and also I apologize for any background noise. It got up to 70 here, one of the first real summerish days, so I thought I'd take advantage of the weather and have the garage door open while I'm doing this. So yeah, if you hear a car, that's why. Let's go a little bit of curve in it. Darn. That's not too bad. Also, you want to take into consideration a slight curve in the wood. If possible, if there's curves in both pieces, it's not a bad idea to try and set it so both curves go the same direction. It's just a little less tension on it while the glue's drying and all that sort of stuff. So what I'm going to do here is, where'd the bloody thing go? There it is. Now, this is a neat little trick, people. We're going to take our nail, we're going to pound it in, but we're not going to go all the way. We're going to go just far enough that makes a little indent in our bottom piece right here. Okay, that's where we want it to indent. What that does is it gives us a mark, and then after we put the glue on, it actually acts as like guide pins on here. So I'll take another nail, I'll just set next to it like so. That'll tell me how deep it is. So give me a minute to pound this one in. Okay, and there you go, everybody. I buffoon on national YouTube. So you got your gaff of the day. Get in there. Come here. Okay, there. Apologize, I'm usually much better when it comes to nailing stuff. Come on, get up there. Okay, here. Let's now for this I usually do 4. I guess you could get by with 3, but in my mind this is essentially my dream layout. So I plan on having this thing up for 40 something years or however long. So I put 4, better safe than sorry. There we go. Now the nails aren't making an idiot out of me, which is pretty pathetic. Okay, so take these off. We pry this off like so. I'll try to get the camcorder where you can see it. So bear with me a minute here, people. And there you go, you can see the hole that the nail left. We got one for all 4 of them, so yeah. We have our guide pins. So next you come in with the glue. Hold it upside down like so and let the tip give it a nice flat bead. And just run it along. Now don't get too much. It really takes hardly any to give it a good hold. Because what it does is it seeps into the actual wood grain, into all the little molecular spaces in the wood, and saturates it basically. So you really don't need that much. you get too much, it's going to squeeze out. And I learned that lesson the hard way. So we put back on, get our hammer. There you go, 2 pounds. Oh, I was an idiot and split the... I can't believe I split that piece of lumber. Oi. Of course I don't do it usually, but I do it for national YouTube. Oi. And I just pounded the rest in, so I'm stuck. Rats. And I glued it, so I'm stuck. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh well. It's probably ain't a good idea, but oh, I cannot do this. Okay, so assume I didn't split it. Yeah. Just assume I didn't split it. And I'll have to go back and fix it later. So there's the long one. It's a long one. Oi! I'm horrible at that, people. Short one. We'll reposition this. And next up, we have a long one. So for the long one, we are going to take 72-inch piece. We're going to rotate the base of our thighs a little bit, so that way it has something to rest on. Tighten her up. This, now, you want to pay a little bit of attention. Because the long leg of this, we want it parallel to the back of the section, so it goes straight up and not perpendicular. We don't want it facing widthwise, we want it facing lengthwise, because I got staging tracks that go across the joint and it's just not secure. So when you do this, if it's orientated like this, then you, well, actually the best way to do this is take the 2 pieces, stand them up together, make sure you have the right angle, and then hold them together as you put the longer one in here, and it helps you keep it straight. So like for this one, I've got it on the back here, so essentially it becomes a leg that's going to go on the right side. Now this is a good example, actually. The piece of wood is curving like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out of the clamp, and the end of it, the other end doesn't have a bend to it. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this around. Then when I put this on here, I know I didn't say I want frayed ends, but this end isn't too bad. So now when we put it on there and we side down, both of them are perfectly straight, and I don't have near as much of a curve to deal with. So that's what I was talking about with getting the curves lined up.